Hey everyone, Coach Satira here. Today I wanted to talk to you about a really important topic, and it's about anxiety. For some of you that don't know this, I have anxiety, obviously, when I'm doing the video, and I've had it basically all my life. It runs in my family, and growing up we didn't call it anxiety, we called it worrying. Over worrying and being negative and freaking out about anything and everything over nothing, right? That's what it was labeled at growing up. And it wasn't until recently where I actually started to almost have anxiety attacks and like the shortage of breath, you can't breathe, your chest is tight, like you feel really sweaty, really panicky, or like you feel like you're gonna have a heart attack, right? And it got to the point where, I really have mostly social anxiety, would be my classification, because it really kicks in now when I'm in a social setting, right? Like even walking into a room full of people, like I can feel my body tense up, I can feel, my heart racing, and I don't feel comfortable at all. And so it's really important to recognize this so that you don't have to feel uncomfortable, right? Because there's nothing wrong with having anxiety. There's nothing wrong with you. And I know, like, my doctor tried to put me on medication, and I tried it twice, 3 days, and every morning I woke up with, like, a cloudy headache, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. And so I just learned not how to deal with it or cope with it, but just different things that help. So I wanted to share some of those with you today, and hopefully they help. So I guess the first thing is recognizing, right? Like once you start feeling anxious, once you start having all these worries, all these negative thoughts, label it, right? So like if you walk into a room and you start to feel anxious, why are you feeling anxious? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking that these people aren't going to like you? Are you thinking like, oh my God, do I have something on my shirt? Are you thinking, is there something in my teeth? Are you thinking like, oh, I might say something and they're going to laugh at me? Like, what is your fear? Because that's what it's derived from, right? It's a worry. So label it. If you can, write it down. Know that those are going to be the thoughts that go through your head, and know your triggers are super, super important, right? And then it's also really important to know that 9 times out of 10, they're not real, right? Like, if you can go into a room and worry, oh my God, I might have something on my shirt, but do you? Realistically? Look at your shirt. No, there's nothing there. So recognizing that a lot of our worries, a lot of our negative talk in our head isn't real. It's not a reality. So say that. Like, I was super anxious actually just to make this video, to be honest. And I was taking a lot of deep breaths, and that's my next point, deep breathing. And I just said to myself, stop it. Like, there's nothing wrong with me making a video. Like, if I mess up, so what? I'm human, right? I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Bam, press play. Sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to give yourself that ego boost, that confidence boost, and just do it. And then, so the second point is the breathing. So making sure you go deep breath, deep, 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 in through the diaphragm, right? If I do that 3 times, if you have to go to 10, you have to go to 10, that's fine too. Doing it as many times as you need to in order to just feel calmer. It's not to dismiss the anxious feeling or the worry or whatever, right? Because that is a thought, and it's not just going to go away. It's just to calm your body and yourself down. Sorry, my camera's slipping. See? I messed up. I don't care. Okay. The next point, talk it out, right? There's so many people in the world that experience anxiety. Everyone has worries. Everyone has negative thoughts, right? Talk to someone. There's so many support groups, especially on Facebook. If you go through groups in anxiety, there's lots. I'm in some of them. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually better because then you can see that there's other people going through the same thing, and then maybe they have some tips or tricks, or maybe they just have something that might help, right? Or even just talking about it, getting it off your chest, Talking about any concern, issue, or problem is huge to being able to deal with it, right? And then the next part is sweat it out. Like, how many times do you feel really anxious? You feel really, like, some people call it wired or uptight. I don't like those words, but whatever. And then if you, like, go for a walk, go out into the fresh air, enjoy the sunshine, even just the walking, right? Go and do some jumping jacks, do some push-ups, get your heart racing, exercise, which releases endorphins and serotonin and all those positive hormones that can go against any of the negative ones to help to stop the negative talk, right? And then not only is it helping you to get in shape and get your 30 minutes of cardio a day that we're supposed to all be getting, but it just helps. And then another thing it also does that I really, really like, it distracts you. There's so many times, especially for presentations and stuff, where in college, I wish I would have known this then, I had to go in front of the room, in front of my class, and I just froze. And I felt sick, and I actually ran out of the room and I puked. Like, that's how bad my anxiety was. Like, it was nuts. And so now, if there's a room of people, because ironically I was a Weight Watchers leader, so I was in front of the room, in front of all these people talking, and I could do it. What did I do? I would look over top of everyone's head to the back of the room, and I would focus on something, right? Like, I would distract myself. I wasn't focused that there's people there, and they'll tell you this in public speaking. I was focusing on the clock, or I was focusing on the ribbon that was along the top of the back of the wall. I was focused on something else. I distracted myself from my worry, and it helps to keep you calm just a little bit. Don't get so distracted that you can't really do what you're supposed to be doing. But distract yourself enough, even for those couple seconds, just to get control of your emotion, get control of your body and your mind and your thoughts, and then proceed, right? I think 2 other points that I find help me and that are really important. Just be grateful. Be grateful about all the positive things that are going on in your life. Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have a car to drive? Do you have food on the table? Do you have running water? Do you have a toilet you can use? You know what I mean? Some people don't have that. Be grateful for all the small necessities of life, and then that'll help you to have a little bit more of a positive view, and then it won't always be pessimist, because believe you me, I can relate to being 100% pessimist before I started coaching. Like, I was negative Nancy every day, all day, and I was miserable. Okay, so just be grateful. Make a list of 10 things right now that you are so, stupid Cameron, so grateful for, and that you appreciate, and that you thank God that you have every day, right? And then my final point, before my camera decides to fall down completely, is, like, sorry, I'm not sure how to word it. Don't compare yourself or your life or your situation to anyone else, right? Like, if I say I have anxiety, that doesn't mean that my anxiety is the exact same as someone else's, right? Because everybody's different, everybody reacts different, everyone has different hormones, everyone has different buildup, all that stuff. So don't compare yourself to everyone else. You are you. You are unique. You are your own person. So you need to focus on yourself in this present moment, and in that present moment, when you're starting to feel anxious, and realize what you can control about yourself and about the situation, right? Because, like, if, another thing too, like, if you're worried that, oh my God, it's going to rain, and I just spent 2 hours straightening my hair, and it's going to make it totally frizz up, guilty. I actually got really anxious over that a long time ago. And so I just said, you know what? I can sit here and I can worry and I can panic and I can, have all these negative thoughts and stress myself out over it. But at the end of the day, can I control if it rains? No. I can control if I wear a rain suit. I can control if I have an umbrella. I can control if I even straighten my hair in the first place. That's what I can control, because it's about me. So just recognizing to focus on you, focus on the moment, focus on your breathing, focus on what you can control, and then hopefully those will help you. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact me at any time. I'm always here to help in any way I can. That's what I thrive to do. You can go to... Oh my god. I'm so sorry. My camera's seriously going to fall. So next time, see, I can't control that my camera just fell 6 times. Or slid. I can control that next time I'm going to put it in a different place with a different setup. I'm not going to worry about it though. I'm going to laugh about it. Laugh! Laughter is so much good for the heart and for life. Anyway, if you go to www.coachsatira.com, I have a bunch of different information in there. And if you want to email me, coachsatira@hotmail.com. Feel free to email me anytime. I'm always here. You can check out Coach Satira on Facebook for daily motivation and support. And let's go take on the rest of our day.